spineless. See, I could concede to put others' needs above my own, or I could take a stand and refuse to lift a hand because mine are so worn, just to be told that I'm playing the victim. An overused phrase used to belittle and diminish a woman with scars on her hands and feet, slouched over, knees weak, spineless. Hoping I won't forget the acknowledgement not received, but the chastisement earned from another lesson learned. A woman searching for self-improvement, being blamed for not doing things their way. Left voiceless without a word to say. Spineless. Submissively, I bit my tongue every time something I don't accomplish becomes a topic of discussion, but your inability to do shit for me, ugly criticized, has caused such a stench that I can't tell when I am or am not standing in it. I live it, accept it, and this bullshit has tricked me into thinking I came from it. See, I never had the courage to say this before, but dear Dad, I may not be who you thought I would, and my kids not be living where you think they should, but I'm still your daughter. Feeling like a child born without a father. I love you amid your issues, stayed by your bedside when everyone else was through with you, and for whatever reasons unknown to me, I still want acceptance from you, Daddy. Dear Mom, is it hard to hug? We show love from a distance, but an embrace may be the only memories I have left when ashes meet dust. The only thing separating us from true connection is true love. Your effortless affection seems to go towards my brothers. I hate to be a grown woman complaining of the past, but the distance between us still lasts. We are surface deep, Mom, claustrophobic close. Showing affection is your strong suit, but Grandpa was that way too. Why can't we be the bond that breaks the glue? Dear church.
Come on, let's go. Let's go.
I am not afraid to say it. I am a lesbian. And you can disprove of how I love, but I know the true definition of love as my love has been defined by the way I see love, and I refuse to apologize for being in love. See, God is love. Regardless of how far back your testament dates, I ignore your voices of hate. I forgive you for your ignorance. The community of derision I once belonged to, open your eyes before the world swallows you. Religion is not an excuse to extend your fingers every time somebody doesn't concede to your point of view.
Come on! Rewind!
Dear church, I am not afraid to say I am a lesbian. See, you may disprove of how I love, but I know the true definition of love as my love has been defined by the way I see love. And I refuse to apologize for being in love because God is love. Regardless of how far back the testament dates, I ignore your voices of hate. I forgive you for your ignorance. To the community of derision I once belonged to, open your eyes before the world swallows you. Religion is not an excuse to extend your fingers every time someone does not concede to your point of view. Dear exes, loved me for a long time or a short time. Thank you for making me a better person, but fuck you for that. Some lessons I'd rather learn from others' mistakes. Yes, the time was great and I learned a lot, but think about all the time I lost, wasting it on someone who wasn't ready for all the responsibilities of dating a woman with children when you met me as a woman with children. Dear brother, who's locked away, to this day I wish I had done more to plan your escape from a world that ate your insecurities and shit out the stereotype of a black man consumed by the streets. Dear fathers of my children.
F you.
Feeble attempts to make my life hell have worked, but in reverse. I am more prepared for drama. I am more aware of the definition of a mother and a father, and in the words of Obama, I am moving forward, taking back life, my life, a life that came from me, a life it took 9 months to carry. I am not unstable, but more grounded than you could be, because I looked fear in the face and did what others didn't have the balls or vagina to do. So what? I joined the military, and the sacrifice was leaving my kids behind, but I did it for them. And the definition of temporary isn't such a long time. So I will continue to be that bitch you had kids with, accomplishing shit that causes your teeth to grit. I don't give a shit. I have a goal, one goal in mind, and I achieved what others thought was a waste of time. My daughters. the ones I used to call family, a replacement for the mommy and daddy, sisters and brothers, church and family, exes and babies, daddies. Where did you go? My memories of us is a story that begins so long ago. I was broken, my glue. I was lost, my compass. I was hurting, my doctor. I was scared, my light. I was ignorant, my teacher. I miss you, my friend. I couldn't face me, and at times it was hard to face you when I see you in the streets. Those friends from college and high school, things should have been different, but I was spineless. Didn't you see it too? I'm tired, dog. Yearning to stand tall amid my pitfalls, flaws, and all. Making the decision to be taken for granted no longer encourages that weak vessel to be stronger. Each lesson of my spineless existence represents the vertebrae that remain in place. Lessons allowing me to grow inside. I've been told my whole life to sit down, but why when I have so much pride? I can't ignore the story of my history, but my existence doesn't completely define me. Brick by brick lays the foundation where later a house will be built. Brick by brick, I am realizing I am resilient as I stand straighter and my foundation gets stronger. My words are deeper and my persistence lasts a bit longer. Brick by brick, tired of being spineless, y'all.